The Siliguri Corridor has turned out to be a hot topic in news, debates and discussion and within Indian administration. India's strategic interest and recent development of activities in this region has compelled the Indian government to pay more attention than before towards this narrow stretch of land squeezed between borders of multiple countries. In this report, we will focus on Siliguri Corridor and all the factors that turns this small region extremely important for India. Support us on Patreon. Your support would help us to grow and produce more content on our channel. To support, please visit the link below in description. यदि आप इस वीडियो को हिंदी में सुनना चाहते हैं तो आप इस वीडियो के डिस्क्रिप्शन में दिए गए लिंक पर क्लिक करें। The Siliguri Corridor, also known by the chicken snack, is a narrow stretch of land located in the Indian state of West Bengal. This narrow stretch of land is a result of cartographic relic of British decolonization process, when British India was partitioned to create two modern states, India and Pakistan. Pakistan was further divided into two different zones due to predominantly large Muslim population in these states, with one situated at the west and other at the east. East Pakistan later became Bangladesh after 1971 Indo-Pak War. Before the British left, they drew thin lines that lead to Siliguri to maintain connectivity between West Bengal and Assam. This very same thin line would be later known as India's chicken snack. Northeast region of India is geographically isolated from the mainland largely because of Bangladesh, and Siliguri Corridor is the only medium to connect the mainland with the entire northeastern region. This narrow strip of land is about 200 kilometers long and 60 kilometers wide. The eastern part of the corridor is wide, while the narrowest point squeezed between Nepal and Bangladesh is merely 17 kilometers wide, which is even less than a marathon distance. The corridor extends from Darjeeling, Jalpaiguri and Tarai areas of West Bengal towards the state of Assam. To the north of this corridor, we find Sikkim, China and Bhutan. On the west lies Nepal, on the south there is Bangladesh and on the east is Assam. Dagger-like shaped Chumbi Valley of Tibet tempering into Doklam Plateau is barely 130 kilometers away from the corridor. And at the end of this Tibetan Chumbi Valley, we find the Tri-Junction, where the borders of India, Bhutan and China meets each other. Most of areas in the north of this corridor is covered by Himalayan forest, whereas southern part comes under agriculture. Some of the world's highest peaks are situated in these mountainous areas. Mount Kanchenjunga is one of them. It lies between India's Sikkim and Nepal, and it is considered the third highest peak in the world. These mountains at the north in Sikkim are source for two major rivers, Tista and Jaldaka, which flows through the corridor towards Bangladesh. Both these rivers flowing inwards Bangladesh later merges with river Brahmaputra coming from Assam. The corridor now has a population of around 50 million people. This dense population is often attributed to incoming migrants from other states, especially from neighboring countries. Nepali and Bengali speakers are prominent among other ethnic groups. The Siliguri city is closely located to the border of Bangladesh, and it is now a rapidly growing city and also famous for being a transit point. Hence, it is easier from here for Bangladeshis to enter Indian territory. And due to this, mass illegal immigration from Bangladesh has caused a sudden increase in Muslim population in Siliguri and adjoining areas at an astonishing rate of 150% in the past 7 years, which had resulted into demographic imbalance in the northeastern states. Due to proximity to several countries like Bhutan, Nepal and Bangladesh, this corridor is an important hub for tourism, trade and commerce. High quality timber and tea are mostly produced in this region for the purpose of trade. As this small strip of land is the only medium to connect mainland with its isolated northeastern states, the corridor therefore has an extensive network of railways and roadways designed for transportation and exchange of goods and materials between West Bengal, Sikkim and northeastern states of India. Besides trade, these railways and roadways strategically plays a very important role in connecting various military formations situated near the line of actual control in the northeastern region. National Highway NH31 is the most critical highway connecting Siliguri to Guwahati in Assam. NH10 is another important highway that connects Siliguri city to Gangtok in Sikkim. New Jalpaiguri NJP railway station near Bangladesh border alone merges rail links with three important military formations located right opposite China. From NJP station, a rail link moves towards Guwahati in Assam, and from Guwahati, road networks moves towards the Wang town of Arunachal Pradesh, which is situated close to the line of actual control at the distance of just 25 kilometers. This road and railway networks provides essential supplies to the Army's 4 corps, who are responsible for the defense of the Wang district. In the same way, Army's 3rd Corps receive its supplies through these road networks from Dimapur in Nagaland and Dibrugarh in Upper Assam, which are further connected with rail link through NJP station. This railway networks also serves as an supply line for 33rd Corps based in Sikkim. To ensure safety of this corridor and territorial integrity of northeastern states, India has installed 2 major air bases at Bagdogra and Hasimara. Along with these air bases, large number of army and center armed police forces installation are located too in this region. In keeping one border, one force policy, the Indian Army divided responsibility of border security between multiple army divisions like Army and Indo-Tibetan Border Police for China, SSB for Nepal and Bhutan, and BSF for Bangladesh. Apart from regular security concerns, the Siliguri Corridor has remained a controversial in Indian politics. The region has been long time under influence of Gorkhas, the early settlers from Nepal, who migrated into this region during 17th century. The Gorkhas have several times articulated the demand for Gorkhaland, a separate administrative unit in corridor within Indian Union, like newly recent one, state of Telangana. According to activists, this movement has not developed since past few years. In fact, it's a century-old demand which had begun during British Raj. Although the new autonomous body, Gorkhaland Territorial Administrative for Darjeeling, have already been formed, but still it will be a long way for the new state to come into existence.